Hello my friends, it's March 29th, 2018 and it's time for today's big story. Not too much going on today, kind of a quiet day, but we do have something to talk about, something worth celebrating. The Switch has hit another milestone in Japan. As of today, according to Famitsu figures, the Switch has sold 4 million units in Japan alone. It took the Switch 56 weeks to hit that landmark in Japan, and just to put things in perspective a little bit, the Wii did 4 million units sold in 54 weeks. So the Switch is right there with it, and obviously we know both systems had shortages for a while there. I don't remember what the shortage situation was in Japan for the Wii as far as that first year. And I covered it, I don't remember it, but obviously the Switch shortage is fresh in my mind. But still, both systems very comparative, and I remember some analysts were like, we think the Switch is going to have a Wii-like trajectory as far as sales go, and, you know, we're still many years off from seeing what actually happens with the Switch as far as total install base, but after year one, it's true, and I didn't think those analysts were going to be right, but a handful of them so far are spot on. Autumnal Blake on Go Nintendo says, 3 in 100 residents of Japan own a Switch. Interestingly, it is quite close to pi, with the percentage of people owning one coming in at 3.1496%. There's your not very interesting math thing for today. I think it's interesting. You know, maybe not the pi thing, but the fact that 3 in every 100 residents in Japan own a Switch, that's kind of crazy. I should have looked what the Wii total install base in Japan was by the time they stopped, you know, selling units or counting numbers or whatever, but yeah, I mean, the Switch's first year has been a wild ride, and that goes for the whole world. It's doing really well almost everywhere, so the system should have a very bright future. I imagine this year's E3 is going to have all kinds of crazy surprises, and more traditional third parties have gotten on board, and we're in that time where third parties got on board and now they're creating stuff for the Switch, and I'm sure we'll see some of that stuff announced later this year, like at E3 and afterwards. But you know, at first third parties, at least some of them, were like, the Switch isn't going to do anything. Now they've seen they're wrong, they've seen there's a market, they've seen there's a market hungry for games as well, so, and open to new ideas, so it's going to be very interesting to see what those companies create, but I imagine we're just a couple months off from some very amazing announcements for the system. Alright my friends, that's today's big story for March 29th, 2018. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. It's very much appreciated. I'll be back tomorrow for whatever tomorrow's big story is, and I sure hope you'll join me to check it out. So until then, have a lovely day, and a lovely evening, and I'll see you in a few short hours. Hey guys, RMC here from Go Nintendo. If you like what you saw in the video, why don't you give us a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe? We'd love to have you. If you want to see what else we're up to, you can check out GoNintendo.com for 24-hour Nintendo news. You can visit us on Facebook at Facebook.com/GoNintendo. You can check us out on Twitter at Twitter.com/GoNintendoTweet. And we're even over on Instagram at Instagram.com/GoNintendo. I put all the links in the description just to make it easier for you guys to follow. Thanks a lot!